by Dr. Sam, isn't it? Those are the free ones, and you can get them on Amazon because I want to promote your books, and I personally want to read as much as I can. I feel like, Dr. Sam, even though you're younger than me, that you were chosen to do this work because I have too much of my own work in parallel with yours, and I'd love to show you when I got this magic that came to the earth, which doesn't make sense when you say it, but there's sound waves coming from the pyramids. And I feel like you doing the Bosnian pyramid was intentional to show people the various levels and the tones and the music and the healing and everything you said and the energy. You just seem to know it all. You put it together properly. And the only thing that people can look at is maybe some levels of consciousness we had, with the teachings, esoteric. And you said you did study some about the soul and some of the ancient esoteric universal laws. You've studied that because how do you know so much? Did you go through ancient tribal rituals, or you just know
last few days I was in Canada having workshops 6 hours long, and you and I talked just for 2 hours. And 6 hours is just introduction to what I lecture and present.
Okay, so you can come to some of ours. We have 2 a year here in Florida, and with our group here, our spiritual group, and lots of vendor rooms. And then I know you're going to be teaching for Lorian Fenton and is it Bill Brown that has the one in Laughlin?
Yes,
he started.
Bill Brown. Mm-hmm.
Bill Brown? Yeah, and then he had a franchise, and I believe he sold International UFO Congress, and they moved it to Phoenix for 5 years. And then I think some people bought that franchise, and now he's gone back and to Laughlin again, where he started, back to his roots. So you'll be there October, but you said somewhere in March?
I'll be there in March.
March 2020.
Second half of March. It is actually Bob Brown.
Bob Brown, yes, okay. Robert Brown, Bob Brown, okay, and Laughlin and at the
together.
Aquarius.
Yes.
And you said it's the MegaCon, UFO MegaCon?
UFO MegaCon, yes.
Okay. And you're going to do the one with Marta, she does every 2 years, the Global Pyramid Conference?
Yes, correct,
October?
in Chicago. Chicago, October 3rd, 2020.
Global Pyramid Network she has, and she's doing that 2020. Is that right? So we'll keep up. Well, I definitely want to keep up with you much better than I have now that I have time on Earth, and because I'm learning from you. So I hope all my associations will appreciate what you have to offer, because you're allowing us to do so much with the ancient cultures. Did you do Bruce's show, my friend Bruce Cunningham's show?
No, we postponed that.
Oh, Bruce is so great. Oh, my gosh. And you met him in the Philippines or with Marta in Chicago?
I met him in U.S. and then in Philippines. I visited him in the Philippines while he was there, and then he came back recently to U.S.
Did you see the old ancient ruins there where he lives?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's part of all of your charm, is the fact that you travel the world. So if it's okay, then we'd like to have you back and maybe do a video with you, or at least a Zoom or something, and put more of this intelligence together. And we're putting together World Science webinars, and we'll just see how it goes, Doctor. I hope that your country in Bosnia is as happy with you as we are. I know people all over the world are tuning in. You have the best of everything because you're able to go and travel and tell us and take videos. So will you still do photography in your books? Will you still put pictures in your books?
Exactly, yes, of course.
And make some more documentaries about how we're going with the Stargates. And because I believe so many of us are already getting into the dimensional travel, but we don't know how to talk about it. It's very shocking if you're not accustomed And I studied the ancient mystery schools since 1984. So ancient mystery schools, it was Ascension, and they gave me this magical pyramid with all these sound waves coming out of it, and it just came down to a computer, and it was in between 90, I think it was 1993, 90 and 94, because it was in Hawaii. But the little gentleman was from India, and his wife was into Ayurveda, but he pushed back his little seat, his little steno chair on rollers, and he fell on his bottom on the cement floor in the computer shop where I was, because I didn't have the computer printers or anything, and he was going to help me with my brand for this ET group, and I was explaining it to him, and it popped on the computer. Now, this is way before, well, it wasn't way before, but we didn't have Windows 95, and we weren't connected. We didn't have the internet connection, so it shocked the heck out of him. So I don't know where it came from, but it's everything you're doing with the Bosnian pyramid and the energy coming out of it. So it's the same thing. I've just got to find out how to talk the language, and you just started. So I didn't know you knew so much about what's happening to me. So I guess if it's okay, then we'll call you a goodwill ambassador.
Okay, that's fine.
All right. Well, Doctor, we'll always list your domains, and I'm going to grab all your books, and we'll put them in our ACO association. And do you or your country have any opposition to the word UFO or UFO association? Is that a problem for your personality or your job?
It's still not very accepted term. Yeah. People talk about it, but generally, the mainstream has not been accepting it. So,
can we put you under Advanced Communications Agency? Would that be okay to speak?
That's fine.
All right. Well, I know we have to check with you, so I'll be in constant contact, I hope. But you travel the world, and Dr. Sam, thank you so much for giving us of your time and your knowledge and your energy and your healing. And we're just pleased to have you in our little group that does radio. And thank you so much. And I'll be able to get your PDF for 2020 as soon as possible, or help you in virtual reality. If there's any way I can, just let me know, please. And we'll do more of this when you can.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
And stay well.
All right. We'll promote your websites. That's the easiest thing to do, folks, is Dr. Sam. And we'll promote his books. Thank you, Doctor. Thank you so much.
Okay. Bye-bye.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye, Dr. Sam. All right. Ahmed, we're going to get off of here, I guess. You're right. He's very educated. He's very intelligent. You like him, don't you?
Oh, yeah. I've had him on a couple of times.
You didn't get to ask him a question.
Oh, you didn't get to ask your question.
My wife said that.
What? Yeah, I tried to in the middle, so we're going to have him back. But can you go on Skype? And but we will definitely have him back. I'm going to get his schedule, and we're just going to have to tell him. We're going to have a Q&A with him, because he likes to do sessions, and I think that's teaching sessions, right?
Yeah, he's used to being a promoter and getting up there presenting.
Yeah, presenting as a lecturer. All right. Well, we've got another one to do tomorrow night. Now, he's in town. I don't know if we could get him to come back for Q&A, but he said he was in town Friday. But if you want to, we can ask if he can come on. Do you have your Q&As we can write out? I mean, not the answers, but the questions? We could send them to them, and he'll record it whenever he has time.
They just hit me as though when he's talking.
Yeah. Yeah, I felt like when I said something, it disrupted his thoughts, and because I'm sure he's used to just a stream of talking, because he's used to being on a platform, right? All right. Well, we better get off of the radio because we're still on, as far as I know. So I guess we'll talk. We'll talk tomorrow, and we'll see if we can get a Q&A. If not immediately tomorrow, whatever comes up about the pyramids and that time travel. He said he takes 6 hours just as an introduction, and apparently he was running off of his notes and sessions as to what needs to be covered to introduce him to all our associations. So we'll get this together. This is very, very impressive. He's got my mind buzzing. Of course, we all want to ask Q&A, so we're going to have to figure out how to do something like that. But maybe that will be what we do with him in the visual as well, because he's so likable and comes across television very well. Well, thank you, Mad. You and me aren't that popular as far as going on television, but we'll figure it out. So can you and I talk tomorrow? And I hadn't heard from Ken, so he may still be on the road flying in from the conference because he didn't answer me. Okay, well, let's do tomorrow. Folks, I know that for most people, like you said, UFO isn't very well accepted. But for some reason, I guess pyramids is getting its place in space. But he didn't seem to have a problem talking about time travel or astral travel. And maybe there's something to that might wind up being the normal. Mad, who knows, right? We don't know. So, intrigue, fascination. Pay attention to Mad Painter, please. On Mad Painter has his own YouTube channel, and he's an up-and-coming, in my life anyway, one of the great discoveries, and I'm going to claim it. Like Janet Carolesson claims discovering me. I'm going to claim I discovered a man, but Revolution Radio's had him forever. But anyway, it's just a common thread. But he is a great science fiction writer. He thought, like Philip K. Dick. So go check him out. He's got a new little short story called Concern, C-O-N-C-E-R-N. I'm going to put in a plug for him for that. And he's edited my book called Allied Command Odyssey by Teresa J. Morris. Or did you put T.J. Thurman Morris? What name? What name did you put on our book?
On your book, I haven't put the title on it yet. I'm just waiting on you to read it first, and we'll figure out what you want written on it. The new magazine coming out in about a week has got one of my stories in it called The Man Who Broke the Moon. And they can read one of them there.
Is it got T.R. Becker on there, or that's your series for the Allied Command every 2 months, like a little e-zine, isn't it? You're going to put our
that's the magazine.
Magazine, okay, and that's got T.R. Becker on it.
I don't know. I think I signed it a Mad Painter.
A Mad Painter does the art. T.R. Becker does the words.
I did all the articles in the magazine. So.
How'd that happen? I don't know. We'll have to talk about that. He wanted to get it done, so he got in a hurry. So we all just let him do it. So we'll put that together. So I hope to hear from Ken tomorrow. But so, Mad, you think you can join me tomorrow? And I'll let you know if Dr. Sam, I'll try to give him a call tomorrow because he said he was in town Thursday or Friday to get what we needed. So I'll try one more time. All right. Well, everybody, if not, we'll be back. And then next week we have John Shaughnessy on next Wednesday that sat right next to Dr. Sam. And we didn't really get to have a visiting talk kind of, round table with the Mad and Dr. Sam. But we were just glad to have Dr. Sam after last night. He was stuck on an airplane. So I'm sure he had prepared whatever it is he wanted, and it was excellent. So we'll still try to get a Q&A session or a round table. That's what me and the Mad like. We like to find stuff out. So we'll try one more time, folks, because he's in our little group. So as a teacher now and as a webinar, as a lecturer. And he's going to be lecturing all over the world. He's a very, very busy man. All right, Ahmad, thank you for all your help. I guess I'll talk to you tomorrow, okay?
All right, have a good evening.
Thank you so much, and tell your wife thank you, and we'll try to get some more time with you and Dr. Sam, of course. All right, thank you, Cheryl.
No problem.
I did promote your husband, though. I love your husband.